All the eels, the burbots, and the Chinese sleepers have eaten up all my fish pieces. I need new fish pieces. Yeah, and ideally, you just grab yourself a big pile of small carps and simply make fish pieces out of them, because buying fish pieces isn't really possible. And if you can, then only for gold. And for gold, well, they're also extremely expensive if you really feel like it. So just come right up here to the classic spot and catch a few small carps on an extra fine, small, very simple setup. So basic setup here, corn kernel, just plain normal corn kernel. I've now tested 5 different aromas. One aroma won, and accordingly I built the feed mix around that. So first tested blank, threw in 5 kernels here, and the kernel that won was black currant. That one delivered first, and this is how it looks. You just want to catch a few fish pieces, and what do you catch right away? A common carp trophy. What's going on? Common carp trophy. Black currant corn kernel basic, even without feed mix. So even completely neutral at the spot, the fish are already biting on this bait. Does that work if you stand here too? You have to test that yourself. That's fishing. Test, 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 like always. That means if you stand here throwing 5 to 7 different corn kernels, so different aromas, and test what works best. And the one that works best, you expand that onto all 3 rods, then put together the matching feed mix, and then throw in the feed mix, and then the whole thing works. Yeah, right now I'm curious. I'm looking, as I said, for the small fish, so I don't even want the big ones. I want frequency. For me, one fish from 500 grams is enough. That's the A&O, 500 grams per fish. Then I'll make fish pieces out of that. So just sort them by weight, or rather, I think I'll chop up everything up to about 2 to 3 kilograms into fish pieces, and the rest will be sold. Yeah, as you can see, I was right at the Oldberg, directly when you come out of the Oldberg, left side, the classic spot where you regularly catch eels. And yeah, even there you catch eel regularly. And while eel fishing, I noticed, wait a second, I have no bait left. I need fish pieces. So let's go, just farm mass. Carps make sense because you get a lot of fish very quickly. And also these undersized ones with 800 grams or with 2 kilograms, they don't bring much silver, but you catch them quite easily and quickly, and can therefore farm fish pieces super simple and fast. Such a fish doesn't really bring much silver, but as I said, for fish piece fishing, that's just ideal. Yeah, now let's take another look at the setup. Why does a common carp trophy bite here on such a small, fine setup? Well, because a size 6 hook isn't so bad for carp fishing. Of course, you can also fish here with a size 4-0 hook. Sure thing, man. 4-0 hook, then I'm going for trophy. But you can also just fish here with a small, fine size 6 hook, just like in real life. Relatively small for carp. Go in carefully. I've chosen a short leader here because I want frequency, so a high bite rate. Every fish should bite here. The longer the leader, as we know by now, the more likely a fish comes, but also swims away again. And in this case, I want mass, so I chose a short leader, small hook, so that as many fish as possible bite, also the smaller ones. And accordingly, this here is pretty simple, as I said, just with the corn pop-up rig setup. You could of course test the different rig types again to see which pop-up corn works best here. But with the classic pop-up rig setup, I'm already quite satisfied. Bam, and here we go again. Yes, the next ones, exactly. They can go right in here now. Yeah, after I found out that black currant works quite well here, I also put together a feed mix. And let's just take another look at such a ground bait here. This is what the whole thing looks like, just normal. Yo Johannes basic carp feed mix in ball form. I just threw them in 10, 15 pieces, and that's it. Corn as the base, we're also using corn as bait, then of course more corn kernels added, and everything that's interesting for carp. So peas added again, and as we also have in the original carp feed mix, we also have maggots in here. The whole thing on black currant with black currant feed pellets. Just the feed pellets added. That's totally enough. In this case, I chose the small ones because I want mass. Yeah. And then the thing is done, right? Throw it out with the feed mix and see how it works here. And if it doesn't run that well anymore because maybe it's already burned out, maybe the spot doesn't run that long or that productively, then I'll just test another spot right away. But there, we already have the next one. Then I'll just move about 1 meter further and cast about 15 meters out in that direction, somewhere around that range. So there are many possibilities here to simply go for mass. And one of the third spots that's also super essential if you want to go for frequency and mass is right up here. So just on this tiny schneepy, exactly here, 132 by 147, that's the spot. And also here you can start with 8 meters distance, then go to 15 meters, then to 20 meters distance. So at this one spot, you can fish 3 to 4 subspots in a row. You start in front, maybe at 10 meters, then go to 15, then to 20 meters. So you can test this over several hours at different distances, again and again, and always cast a bit farther until eventually the front becomes active again, once the back is already fished out. So we're now heading toward the evening hours, which means I'll throw in another 5 to 6 times feed mix here, so we get some proper action for the evening. And then it's keep going, pull them out, and try to get a few more fish out here. Can you also make cash here? Of course you can make cash here too. For making silver though, I'd go a bit bigger, maybe with a size 1 hook, and then go for mass here, or a size 4 hook. Test in that middle range, and make sure to get a good frequency, plus also a few bigger fish, so you can also make a bit more cash. So much for the spot, fill up your fish pieces, and then back to eel fishing. As I said, after the Halloween eel event, many probably ran out of fish pieces, maybe you too. And bam, you can refill them quite well with carps. If it helped you, leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, helps me a lot. And then we'll see each other in the next video or next live stream. Until then, tight lines.